Nearly 4,000 years ago, Babylon was the richest nation in the world. It was famous for its hanging gardens and the stories of people living in prosperity. The Babylonians must have wanted to pass on their secrets of wealth, because they inscribed advice about the art of increasing riches onto ancient tablets. The Richest Man in Babylon, one of the best books ever written on financial freedom, takes us into the magical world of wealth building through the stories found on these ancient tablets. The book begins with the story of Arkad, once the richest man in Babylon. One day, two childhood friends asked him how he had become so wealthy while they, despite working hard, could barely support their families. Arkad smiled and explained that when he was a scribe, another wealthy man had revealed the secret of riches to him. Keep a part of all you earn. In other words, do not spend everything you make. Save, invest, and learn to grow your money wisely. Holding on to this valuable advice, Arkad began his journey. He saved money to lend to a sword maker. The craftsman later repaid the loan with interest. Through such small steps, Arkad's wealth steadily grew. The Richest Man in Babylon is full of stories like this. I wanted to summarize the lessons and key principles drawn from these ancient tales. If you want to improve your financial situation and build a better future for yourself, I genuinely recommend reading the full book beyond this summary, The Secret to Wealth. Save wisely and invest intelligently. Have you ever wondered why some people are much more successful at building wealth than others? Is it because they are frugal while others spend their money on meaningless things? In truth, the secret of becoming wealthy lies somewhere between these extremes. To build wealth, you must not only save money, you must also know how to grow it. The first step, of course, is saving. This means you cannot spend everything you earn. You should save at least 10% of your income, which also means accepting that you'll need to live slightly below your current standard of living. But don't let this scare you. You can start with small steps. For example, you might reduce how often you eat out or skip small luxuries like premium toilet paper. Believe it or not, small daily savings greatly contribute to your long-term wealth. But simply saving won't make you rich. You must analyze smart investment opportunities. Money kept idle does not grow. Even fixed-term savings accounts usually don't increase your wealth meaningfully. Instead, direct your savings toward assets with true growth potential: stocks, real estate, government bonds, or emerging companies. If you choose the right channels, your money will grow on its own without requiring extra effort from you. For example, in some inflationary countries, holding savings in dollars may not effectively preserve purchasing power, but investing those dollars in something like the Nasdaq could multiply your wealth. That is where the real treasure lies. Unfortunately, many people know very little about finance. Studies show that even many adults struggle with basic financial formulas, like compound interest. Worse, people often move forward with the little knowledge they have instead of acknowledging what they don't know. For instance, there was a time when people believed they understood the basics of investing in risky mortgage loans and thought they could build wealth through them. Yet these same people suffered heavy losses during the 2008 mortgage crisis. They had paused instead of learning more. They forgot to question the sustainability and risk scale of the investment instruments. By taking the initiative and educating yourself in finance and investing, you can make far smarter decisions than most people. You can spot investment opportunities earlier and act before others do. Of course, you will inevitably fail in some of your attempts. Just when you think you've found your next winning strategy, another major crisis may occur. But through this trial and error process, you gain knowledge and your ability to invest wisely grows. This experimentation process resembles scientific discovery. Failed experiments can be as valuable as successful ones. They give you insight into what works and what doesn't. For example, if you invest in a risky stock, you will learn enough from the experience to make better decisions in the future. Just remember, trial and error naturally includes mistakes, so make them as small as possible. Never invest an amount you cannot afford to lose in something uncertain. Let your money work for you. Do you know the difference between earning money and becoming wealthy? Most people don't even realize there is a difference. Earning money means working for money. Becoming wealthy means your money works for you. Here's an example. You might be a high-level executive at a large company earning a very high salary. But does that mean you are wealthy? Not necessarily. To truly build wealth, you must save wisely and turn a portion of your earnings into smart investments. For instance, if you save part of your income and buy a plot of land in a promising area, time will work in your favor, helping your money grow. We often think of earning money as a short-term gain, buying that phone we want, shopping for clothes, or purchasing yet another unnecessary vase. We behave as if the future will never come. But building wealth requires a long-term view. Buying a property won't make you rich overnight. You must first pay for it and then wait for its value to appreciate. This can take time, but once it begins to grow, chances are it will continue to do so for as long as you own it. Long-term thinking not only grows your money but also gives you security against unexpected events such as health issues or job loss. Seek out opportunities. How would you define luck? Many people think luck is a random set of events, but is that always true? Imagine you are a swimmer. You train for months and prepare well. Then, on the day of the race, you reach the finish line far ahead of your competitors and win the trophy. Did you win purely by coincidence? Of course not. You may have had a bit of good fortune, but your success is the result of discipline and hard work. Luck in its purest form is winning the lottery or being struck by lightning, completely random and uncontrollable. Many people believe the wealthy are simply lucky, but the truth is that most wealthy individuals work extremely hard and earn their fortune. So how can we increase our luck? The essence lies in constantly seeking opportunities that grow your wealth, reading the world correctly, following new trends and technologies, and prioritizing self-improvement. Even if you don't have the money today to buy a house or land, you can invest in strong companies, developing innovative solutions and technologies. If you're willing to wait long term, you can greatly increase your wealth. As you see, wealth is less about being lucky and more about making intelligent, informed investment decisions. Don't miss opportunities, and don't procrastinate. To identify opportunities and seize them without delay, you must work hard. One of the most important things you can do to increase your wealth is to be prepared. We've talked about how recognizing and acting on the right opportunities can lead to positive outcomes. But there's another side to this. Letting opportunities slip through your fingers and living with regret afterward. Why do people miss opportunities? Most of the time it's because of procrastination. Imagine you find a perfect piece of land. Instead of buying it, you delay and say, "Let me research a bit more." While you're weighing your options, someone else may buy it. You cannot wait for opportunities to be presented to you on a silver platter. You must be proactive and seize them at the right moment, or they will disappear quickly. If you want to increase the opportunities around you, you must work hard. Study and research the fields you're interested in. Follow them continually. Build a network. This way, you gain the ability to spot and evaluate opportunities more effectively. Of course, even with hard work, great investment opportunities don't appear every day. Sometimes you must wait a long time, which can feel discouraging. But if you've made a smart investment and remain patient, you will eventually reap the rewards of your perseverance. Spend wisely and avoid debt. Be mindful when spending and avoid unnecessary debt. Many people struggle financially not because they earn too little, but because they make emotional or impulsive purchases. Before buying something costly, ask yourself whether you truly need it and whether it fits your financial situation. A large loan for a luxury item can trap you in a cycle of interest payments and new debts. Borrowing is generally risky. Instead of growing your savings and investments, you end up repaying loans. While borrowing for a home, car, or equipment may be necessary, payments should never stop you from saving. Simply put, live within your means. Wealth begins with spending less than you earn, saving at least 10% of your income, and investing wisely. Improve your financial literacy. Work hard, and act when opportunities arise. Avoid taking on debt for luxuries. Save for them instead. Diversify your investments to reduce risk. Earning money is difficult, but growing it wisely leads to freedom and long-term security. What truly improves your life isn't impulsive spending, but financial independence. I hope this summary encourages you to rethink your habits and your relationship with money.